Ever wondered how a pharaoh, barely out of his teens, didn't just win a war, but change naval warfare forever?
Amos, right? The guy who kicked out the Hyksos? Everyone knows the land battles, but what's the real story about the water?
Exactly. People focus on the chariots, but the real game changer was on the Nile. Before him, Egypt didn't have a proper combat fleet.
Wait, no war fleet? How did they control a river that huge then?
They had transport boats, sure, but not what you'd call a striking fleet. I almost realized something huge. You can't defeat a virus, the Hyksos stronghold, just by land.
Why? They were heavily fortified, I guess.
Beyond fortified. A virus was basically an island fortress, deeply connected to the trade routes, constantly getting supplies and reinforcements.
So a siege would take forever, the classic stalemate.
He didn't want a siege. He wanted a chokehold. He commissioned something completely new, a dedicated fighting navy.
So he built ships specifically designed for battle and transport? Talk about thinking outside the box.
Not just building, but innovating. These weren't slow barges. They were fast, maneuverable vessels, packed with archers and soldiers made to dominate the river.
A navy on the Nile. That's a power move. What did they call it? The Nile Fleet?
The texts speak of the striking fleet of the Nile. It was a force of unimaginable power for that time.
Okay, so he builds this fleet. How does that translate into breaking the Hyksos?
Simple but brutal. A total blockade. The fleet didn't just fight, it cut off a virus completely.
Blocked all trade, all communication, all supplies. They literally starved them out.
Precisely. Imagine being inside a virus. You're waiting for help, but nothing comes. You try to sneak out, but the river is a wall of Egyptian warships.
That's genius. The land army keeps the walls busy while the navy cuts the city's lifeline.
The Hyksos defense didn't collapse because of a single breach in the wall. It collapsed because their supply chain was cut and their morale was crushed.
The water war was more important than the land war, essentially. It set the stage for the final victory.
It was the final nail in the coffin. That fleet didn't just win a battle. It taught Egypt how to project power, setting the stage for their new kingdom glory.
And that's how Amos became the pharaoh who didn't just defeat an enemy, but created the first military superpower on the water.
A fleet built for war that changed the course of history. That's the story.